Hi there, and welcome to another edition of Ideal with Neil News. For those who are wondering, I'm not at the office. I'm actually out at the beautiful Bright Up Trails. Thought I'd take advantage of the gorgeous day and step outside and introduce, for some people who may not be aware, Bright Up Trails are at Margaret and Union in Kitchener. And just a great little trail if you're interested in getting out and taking a peek. I highly recommend it. Hope everyone is doing well, at least as can be considering. Certainly things are ramping up here in Waterloo region, and of course real estate wise we're still able to show houses at this point, and no open houses of course, but with the proper protocols in place we are still able to operate and help people buy and sell houses. So at least to this point that's what's happening. As far as the market lately, certainly noticed myself a bit of a slowdown, as mentioned in a previous update, that things seem to be slowing down a little bit. Nothing crazy, but certainly we're not experiencing as much of the craziness as we have been in previous months. Certainly, there's still multiple offers and that sort of thing, and people getting way more than they're asking for. But certainly just not in the same depth as we were getting previously. So whether that has to do with Waterloo region moving to red and the COVID numbers ramping up, or is it just that traditionally this time of year we would see things start to slow up as we get towards Christmas. As well, we're not quite seeing as many Toronto agents as we had been earlier this year. So maybe we've exhausted a bit of that move of the Toronto people coming. Nobody really knows, but we'll just monitor it and see what happens. Certainly we anticipate traditionally, things would pick up, the third week, fourth week of January, that sort of thing. So we'll see what happens and go from there. The infographic below certainly tells a couple different tales, and if you listen to the media, from what I've seen so far, they're talking about record sales and things like that. And certainly when we look year over year, definitely the case. The numbers are pretty crazy. When we look dig a little deeper to the last number of months, we can see a little bit of the slowing, as I mentioned, with a bit fewer sales and that sort of thing. So moving forward, who knows what's going to happen. It's funny, I was on a Zoom meeting this week, and one of the big bank execs was talking about the fact that with the vaccines coming and with potential increase in immigration next year, that really they see a stabilization in the real estate market. And so that certainly could be. And yet 24 hours later, the same bank came out with a big article talking about house prices dropping by 8% and unemployment rising above 9% in the coming year. So even within the same institution, we don't hear the same story. So it just depends on who you're listening to, and nobody really knows for sure. I mean, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. All I can speak to is right now, certainly interest rates have never been lower. I have a lot of people interested in doing something next year. I mean, as far as the region goes, yes, certainly employment has taken a bit of a hit in certain sectors, but I mean, really, as far as regions go, there's not too many that are as prosperous as Waterloo region. So I expect to see, I guess, more of the same next year. But again, just nobody really knows. So I think that's about it. And thanks again for watching, and thanks again for all those who've been again passing out my name to family, friends, co-workers, that sort of thing. I always appreciate it. And certainly if you're thinking of moving next year, please feel free to reach out. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. Okay, take care and bye for now.